Welcome to the Texas Goat Radio Show. I'm your host, Matorius. This is part something of 1744. I had a catastrophic failure of technology just now, and which it's slightly aggravating, but it's all good. Things happen. So I don't really know exactly where I was whenever it stopped, so I'm just going to redo this entire video. I don't really know where we were. I know it was after 30 minutes.
And then they'll get out of that hell and come to me. It's a fair exchange. It's a really good corporate merger. All right. So if anybody ever wants to dance, I'm all game, because you will get, what's he had? He was saying my dad's gay, or what else did he say? Oh, I'm a failed comedian and it has been.
He said, if you ever want to dance, I'm game. The answer is no to that. You don't want to dance. You don't want to dance with the devil. You don't want to entertain conversations with the evil one. You don't want to give anything to something that you truly consider to be evil or vile or dangerous. So no to that. I don't want to dance with Owen, and I would encourage anybody else out there that cares to hear what I have to say. Nope. The answer is no to that.
Have fun with that. You'll get my worst, I'll get your best. All right?
And I honestly, because the style of these videos, I don't pre-watch it and try to write a script or anything. It's all live, if you want to call it live. And so I hate having to redo a video because I've already said my piece, and I don't want to repeat myself anyways. One of the things that he's doing right now is he is saying something that isn't as though that it is. And that is, you can do that. And I would actually encourage you to, as words breathe life and death. And so let your yeses be yeses, your noes be noes. No need to promise, no need to swear. But it can be used for bad or for selfish reasons. And that's one of the things that he's doing. It's really close to the secret manifestation.
Catholic calling my dad gay, the irony is mind-blowing. You fucking people have made more confused you've given more confusion to men's sexuality than anyone in human history.
That's kind of ironic coming from a man who tells his heterosexual bears, cult members, to pay their gay away to their daddy, their big, their cult leader. That is it would be humorous if it wasn't so disgusting.
You're like the Walmart of gays. No one's born fucking gay. There's no gay gene. People say that because they want to alleviate themselves of responsibility. How can you punish a gay man if it's genetic? Right? It's a choice. It's always a choice, and it's from grooming. The Catholics, a lot of these Catholic bobblehead Christ fucks are always trying to get people to think that being gay is a
He doesn't stand on any truth. He's very contradictory with his own statements. Even a day or two ago, one of the things that he says that he likes about Islam is their punishment of homosexuality. And then he's saying this right now. He stands for nothing, so he falls for everything. It's
genetic thing because they don't want to admit that a lot of it has to do with the sexual abuse that they did in their church. And I actually, I'm quite proud of my dad in a lot of ways, and I did a post that I'll read in a minute. So it really backfired for old John Zerka, the mimicked version of me. And that motherfucker was in my DMs trying to be verified, and I wouldn't even respond to him. And I posted that. That bitch is thirsty. I'm like, girl, you...
He's running in his mouth in such... He's wanting people to engage in him. He's being a provocateur. Like Milo Yiannopoulos, however you say his name. He has to stay relevant. That's why he talks the crap that he does about Andrew Tate, now this Zerka fella that I know nothing about. That's why he posted the nuclear thing whenever the Oppenheimer movie came out. And then now he's claiming everything for himself. It is.
Been following me for a long time. He's referencing my Fuentes feud and Eric Dubé. I'm like, listen, girl, you're a fan. And now you want to say that I'm a has-been comedian because I actually was unauthorized because I fought the fights that you guys pretend to fight?
That's not true at all. He left Hollywood because his job, his career dried up. So he said so himself. They started offering comedy jobs to Instagram people. That's what he said whenever he left Hollywood. He didn't make any mention as to morals or ethics or anything that he says right now. None.
Now that it's okay to do so, because your puppet masters are throwing you some shekels, nice try. You know, these battles, you know, when I lose people to these, because some people go, don't engage. Why are you writing so much? Then he got you. You're promoting him. That's not how it actually works, ladies and gentlemen. You don't think I understand how this shit works? You know who the fuck you're talking to.
That was an insight to who he really is. That's how he wants to talk to people. I would imagine that's actually how he talks to Coddington. Yeah, I think that he has actually said that to Coddington because he didn't laugh after that. That was a sincere statement. He didn't mean to say it, but he's not going to apologize for it. If you have ever said, unironically, do you have any idea who you're talking to? That is a red flag for you to check your own self-worth because it's probably inflated.
No, it promotes him to shit people. There's an old saying that any publicity is good publicity. That's actually not true at all. Like, you will get the low rungs of my people, the people that shouldn't even be with me, the people that will cause me problems. And
so this is the theme for this one is he's telling his followers, the people with the bear goggles, his cult members, that they need to be the importance of yes men. And so he said that you need to be a yes man and that you have to earn the right to be a no man. You have to already be giving me something of worth, some kind of value before you can tell me no. And then you have to have reasons to be able to tell me no. And then he said, if you fall away from me, then you're evil. You're bad. This is on the top of the list of aggressive cult predatorial grooming behavior that I've seen from Owen personally.
We'll promote you to them, and if they look at you with your lip injections and your drunk blowjobs and your shaved legs and your sterile home and your Christ is King chants as you litter the internet with bikini pics and call women whores, if I promote you and people want that, good. And this is something a lot of people don't get because they're focused on numbers. They're focused on quantity, not quality. I don't want to be in my tent, in my banquet with shit people. I'm not going to go all the way to Missouri from Idaho because I want to be surrounded by people that want to call women whores and blame everything on the Jew and say...
He calls women whores. He does that. He calls them worse than that. There's no truth to what he's saying right now. A man who doesn't stand for anything will fall for anything, and he falls for everything while trying to promote his own gospel, his own words. He's not making any sense right now because it's very contradicting to what he says, almost on a day-to-day basis.
Christ is king as we show everyone our cocks on the internet, all right? I don't want you. I'm not here for numbers. Satan's army is all about numbers. Eyeballs, clicks, zombies, shadow people thrown to the wolves when they're done. I want good people.
That's another seed planted. I want good people. For you to follow me, that means you're good. If you don't follow me, that means you're bad. I read some, and I wish I could give them credit, but I think I've seen it in a couple places where people, excuse me, have the opinion that the reason why he is so self-destructive is because he wants people to just leave him alone so that he can just go back to Hollywood. I don't necessarily know if I believe that to be the case because I don't think he has enough talent to go back to Hollywood. I honestly don't. I think that's the reason why he left in the first place is because his jobs he couldn't find work.
Take your best and you will take my worst. And if you think you're the first person to point out that my dad likes to fruit boot a little bit, or you want to mimic the Reddit shit about me, good luck. Nothing that hasn't been said before, and good people in good vibratory states can see right fucking through it. Like a businessman trying to show a girl a fake Rolex to get her to suck his dick. The girls can see right through that, guys. You're not tricking anyone. Very old trick. Okay, moving on.
It's very important to have the ability to say no and verbally say no to Owen. Even whenever he's speaking partial truths or little nuggets of truth or whatever. No, because it's all tainted. A little yeast leavens the whole bread. No, because there's other people out there that you can find truth. Now, I'm not saying that everybody is all, that there's anybody out there that says all good. That's not what I'm saying. But there's a difference between someone that sincerely tries to present truth, and then Owen. People like Owen, dangerous, predatorial, grooming cult leader Owen.
Nathaniel, all glory to God. Just thank you for providing such insight and gravy for this realm. What a pleasure is being on this journey. NATO Bear, you as well, NATO Bear. Bam Bam Bear says, I understand when I joined myniggle.com, I would be a proud niggler, but I'm curious if my son decides to join too, do I refer to him as my niglet? Bam Bam Bear. That's your choice, Bam Bam Bear, but I like where your head's at. J-Rock Bear, had to pay the gay away for trusting a man with a limp handshake. Won't be making that mistake again. Very good call, J-Rock Bear. Rebunk Bear, final week to go vote for Owen to win American Liberty Award for Best Comedy Skit Creator and Best Stand-Up
No.
Comedian at AmericanLibertyAwards.com. Promo, feel free to omit. No, it's fine. I'm down. Thank you for nominating me. Get your tickets to the event happening August 12th in Austin.
That is, I would like to see the numbers on that, how many people voted, because I think that would be a decent metric as to the participatorial Bears cult members that he still has.
In Texas on the website too. Thank you. Keep crushing. Yeah, and I really like Rebunk Bear. Of course I'll read your promo, Rebunk Bear. Come on. We're boys. Visceral Bear. Hey,
if it wasn't attached to money, would you read it? The answer is no.
me, just a quick question about the banquet. If we donate 400, does that get us tickets to the banquet? No, it's 1,000 gets you 2 tickets to the banquet. But the 400 will get you a ticket to the festival. So you'll be hanging and you'll have all kinds of great fun. You know, you'll be able to go to my show, the speakers, the events, you know. But
work for free, stacking hay bales that you pay to do, that I've been paid in my life to do because it's physical labor.
Yeah, the banquet's very specific, and we have to cut it off after today because we have to cater it, and we're going to provide awesome food, and all proceeds will go to buy more of that land. And so it's a win-win. It's an actual, I don't want to call it a charity because it's not like they're fucking blind kids or something, but it's like, this is one of those.
This is probably one of the few times where the higher up lieutenant bears or whatever, they are holding Owen accountable and saying, listen, you took a whole lot of money from us, and so this is your opportunity to make something right.
You know, community-oriented fundraising things where the money actually goes there. It's not one of these bullshit things where...
Unlike 3 years ago, whenever a whole lot of money gave hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, and then he in turn bought himself 10 acres of land, built a custom-built house with that money, and then used the leftovers to buy 10 acres a couple of miles away from where he lives now.
Say it does, and then we just fly for it. Like, my tickets to the event, I paid for myself. Like, out of my own pocket from money I made it unauthorized. I'm not making anything at the event. The money, and I do technically own all the land privately, and that's the only way it has to be because a $400 donation does not get you private land. But I am thinking of the land as a community asset, you know? There's no way to legally make it everyone's land. That's kind of communist and gay. But you have my word that I'm not just going to build a house on it and live on it or flip it for money.
Because he's already done that. Why would he need to do that twice? He has already done that. How many times have you ever heard him say, I give you my word? Not very often. I think the reason why he was comfortable saying that is because he's already done that, and he doesn't need to do it again.
That goes without saying, but I know the little gremlin brigade on the internet likes to pretend that that's my move because they're fucking insane. I mean, when did we start doing Ursa Rio? Was that 3 or 4 years ago?
It was about 3 years ago. 2020 was the beginning of the Bertaria scam. And then it was, I think, 6 months later in November, whenever he actually bought the land. I could be mistaken. I think he bought the land 3 months after the Bertaria scam. I'm not too sure on the actual, but it was definitely 2020 whenever the Bertaria scam started. It was during the worldwide crisis, and he thought it was prime opportune time. It was prime time to do a investment scheme.
You can see my track record. That land has only been used. I've never even taken my family up there. I mean, we all went up together during a bear meetup once or twice, but that's not being used by me personally. You know, I mean, I would.
Why would he use it personally? He has already bought himself 10 acres. He bought 10 acres for himself, built a custom house on it. There's a big old barn that looks like a house. That's where I think this is his barn. So it's an actual living quarter. It looks like a living quarters. So there's no reason for him to. There was reason for him to in the beginning because he was living in the city and he had to get out because he was scared. But just because you're scared doesn't mean that it justifies the actions that he made. Everybody was scared. That's why they were willing to give him money.
I could. It's mine, but it's one of those situations where, you know, that's the only way we can do it. It's a private asset. I own it, but it's for the community, and it's for us to have these events on, and for us to be able to navigate any future grabbles. When they were saying that you can't have a get together with more than 250 people, and then 100 people, and then 50 people because of COVID-19.
The views expressed by Owen Benjamin do not reflect the views of the Texas Go Radio Show or Motorius. This is the Texas Go Radio Show, and I'm your host, Motorius. As always, till next time.